What's up everyone, Max Tech Toy Box here, and today we're doing a video review of the Skagen Falster 3. So to kick things off, we're going to go ahead and start with a little unboxing video. So now that that's out of the way, let's talk about the most important spec of all, the price. You can pick this up for about $295. After shipping and taxes, I think I paid around $320 off Amazon.com. So not the most expensive Wear OS device, but definitely not the cheapest. But with that price, you are getting some pretty good specs. You're getting 1 GB of RAM, you're getting the Qualcomm Wear Snapdragon 3100 processor, you're getting 8 GB of onboard storage, you're getting some water resistance, you're getting a speakerphone, you're getting a microphone, you're getting built-in GPS, built-in NFC so you can use Google Pay and make payments from your wrist. Pretty much everything that you need to make a compelling smartwatch you're getting. You're putting all the checks inside all of the check boxes. So hardware-wise, Skagen did a great job of making sure that everything that was needed for this to be a successful smartwatch is there, and really put the ball in Google's court in terms of the software for the operating system. So now let's talk about the build quality.
As you guys see here, this is a 42mm casing. You get your standard 3-button array on the right hand side with your customizable quick launch buttons over here in the upper right and the bottom right hand corner. Then you have your universal back button and app drawer launcher as well. You do have this very, I guess you could say, unique design here offered by the Skagen Falster 3, which I like, don't get me wrong. I like that a lot. You have your speakerphone over on this side, and then you do have your quick strap 22mm watch bands here, and your optically based heart rate monitor back here as well. This does use the same sort of quick charging feature that you get on your regular Fossil Gen 5 smartwatches as well. So very nice build quality, fairly hefty, not super heavy, but it definitely feels like a nicely built watch. It does not feel cheap at all.
So now let's talk about some of the pros of the device. Pros and cons depending on which side of the fence you're on. So this runs Wear OS's operating system. So with that means that you're getting the beauty of the Google Assistant on your wrist. That means that you're going to be able to get your voice to dictation for text responses.
Okay, Google, send a text message to wifey. Hey, I'm getting off of work soon. What would you like to eat? ? I can go and pick up something from the store if you like.
For phone calls, you'll be able to answer them. You'll be able to make phone calls and receive them directly from your wrist because of that speakerphone.
Okay, Google, call wifey.
Calling wifey, mobile.
Hey, sexy.
Hey, babe. Just calling you from my smartwatch. How do I sound?
Sounds fine.
Can you tell that I'm on like a speakerphone or anything?
No.
Just sounds like I'm on a regular phone?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty, thanks. I'll talk to you later.
Alright, bye.
Bye.
Love you.
Love you too.
Also, you can ask the Google Assistant questions. Because of that speakerphone, you will be able to get voice output to you for the answer instead of you having to look at the screen.
Okay, Google. How tall is LeBron James?
LeBron James is 6 feet 9 inches tall.
What team does he play for?
LeBron James' team is the Los Angeles Lakers.
When's their next game?
The Lakers will play the Clippers tomorrow at 3:30 p.m.
Fairly useful and convenient because of that. Also, because it's running Wear OS, you do get the Google Play Store and you get the different array of applications that come with that. So definitely second to only Watch OS's market or app store in terms of apps that are available on Wear OS. I still don't think that it's the most diverse amount of applications or in terms of what they offer, but you know, it's decent, like I said, because it's second to only Watch OS. Next up, we're talking about Wear OS. That also means that you're going to get Google Fit as your workout companion or fitness tracker. Because you have Wear OS, you can still download other third-party applications as well, but built in, you're getting Google Fit. I have a whole separate video on how Google Fit works as a fitness companion, which I will link in the description below so you guys can make that decision yourself. But with that, you are going to be getting your steps that are being tracked. You can use a third-party application like Sleep as Android to track your sleep overnight, and that syncs with Google Fit. You also get your weight that is tracked through that as well. And then over 105 different workouts that you can track. So all of your different exercises can be logged directly on there through Google Fit. And with this watch, you do get the ability to have your background heart rate data tracked as well. Now, a knock against, not necessarily against the watch, but because of Wear OS, it's not every minute. It doesn't get updated every minute. It gets updated every 15 minutes with background heart rate check. So, or background heart rate monitoring. You can use a third-party application called, I think it's Cardio Beat. I forget. I'll throw the name in here so you guys can check it out. But then you can change that so that the intervals are checked every 1 minute or 1 to 5 minutes. I believe you can change it to. So fairly useful. Also, with Wear OS, you get the ability to use the tiles and things of that nature. Not going to go into that in a whole bunch of detail because I have a bunch of different Wear OS watch videos where I discuss that. I want to try and focus on what's different here with the Skagen Falster 3. So with the Skagen Falster 3, you are getting Fossil's battery mode. So you get your daily, extended, custom, and then time-only battery modes. A cool thing with this watch is once your battery drops below a certain percentage, if you're on daily or if you're on custom, it will automatically switch it over to extended. So it pops up on the screen and you have these two little, it says battery is dropped below this percentage, switching over to extended. And there'll be a little circle to just hit the check mark, and then there's another circle to hit X. So it gives you the ability to say, yes, I want this to happen, or no, I don't want it to happen. And it stays up for, I feel like, about a minute or so. It doesn't just automatically switch over, which is pretty convenient. But either way, it's a nice touch for something to automatically be done to try and conserve battery. Because as we know, the biggest issue with Wear OS is the battery. So how is the battery? Battery is okay. It's better than it was initially with the Fossil Gen 5, but I think a lot of that has to do with a lot of the updates that have been pushed out to Wear OS, and also the updates in general that have been pushed out to the Skagen Falster 3. Because like I said, with the Fossil Gen 5, updates have been pushed out as well. If you are running extended mode, I do think that you'll be able to get a day and a half. And that's with working out. If you're running daily, you're going to get less than a day. Unfortunately, that's just the way it works with that always on display, and with you running that continuous, especially the way that I use my device. I'm a power user, so I have everything on all the time, all the things. That's just the way that I do it. I pay for the device, and that's just the way that I like to run things, but to each their own. So in my particular usage, I wake up in the morning, I go work out, I wear it all day at work, and I come home. Usually I'm fairly low. I'm in like single digit or in the teens and percentages, and that's around 6 or 7 p.m. Now, because I have a multitude of Wear OS watches, I just switch them out. So for me, it's convenient because I'll just throw this one on the charger and then I'll put the Fossil Gen 5 on my wrist. So it is what it is. And then I'll wear that for the rest of the day and then to sleep. And then when I wake up in the morning, I'll switch them again. So first world problems. But in terms of my usage, I'm able to do that with Wear OS, and it fits me. But like I said, for your everyday person, it's not the case. And I do wish that maybe they could have made the battery a little bit larger, maybe to accommodate for the shortcomings of Wear OS. Maybe that would have made it feel too heavy. I don't know. Maybe they could have just went with a bigger casing, but with a bigger casing, that means you would have a larger screen as well. So I'm not really sure what Skagen could have done to make this more effective. I think that operating system just needs to be less power hungry. As I said before, this does have built-in GPS, no issues at all, fairly accurate in comparison to all of my other fitness trackers. It latched onto a signal at around 30 seconds or less, no problems there. Because this uses Google Fit, you can connect Bluetooth heart rate monitors as well, so you can get more accurate fitness tracking data. Shortcomings of Wear OS include there's still some bugs. From time to time, it seems like this has gotten to be more common. There's a little cloud that appears at the bottom of the watch, signifying that the watch is not connected to the phone, even though it is, because you still will get notifications. However, if you go to try and ask Google something or try to respond to a text message, it will say can't reach Google at the moment. To get past that, I have opened up settings and then I go to Wi-Fi and then it will connect to the Wi-Fi and then it works. But that's a bug because I shouldn't have to always go back to connect it to the Wi-Fi for me to respond to my text messages. So fairly strange, and I don't know what's going on. That's not just for Skagen, for the Falster 3, because I've also had this with my Falster Gen 5 as well, so that needs to be cleaned up. Another issue is sometimes I'll be wearing the watch and it won't vibrate, even though I just got a notification. I'll check the watch and there will be a notification there, but it just has not vibrated. To get past this, I looked on a forum on Reddit, and what they have done is there's a do not disturb mode when the watch is not on, so it won't vibrate. You need to turn that off. For whatever reason, there's a bug and the watch believes that it's not on your wrist, and since it doesn't believe it's on your wrist, it doesn't vibrate. So two of the most common bugs that I found, and those have been fairly consistent, and I won't say reproducible, but they pop up quite a bit. Wear OS just needs to be fixed in that regard. So overall, if you guys want the low down dirty review, you guys have been watching this whole thing, if I'm being honest, this is a Falster Gen 5 in Skagen's casing, which is not a bad thing. That's good, because the Falster Gen 5 pretty much put all of the checks in the check boxes to make their watch great for the Wear OS platform. You're getting high-end specs, you're getting everything that you need to make the watch run smoothly. It's really just up to Google to continue to update the software so that the watch itself can have a survivable ecosystem. Something that Wear OS also needs is it needs another music player. Google Play Music is getting ready to die. This watch has 8 gigabytes of RAM, so it's convenient, but they need to bring YouTube Music over to this platform so that it can be usable. So this is Max Tech Toy Box signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the video review. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you guys have any thoughts or questions about the device. One other thing I did not mention, no, this does not have built-in sleep tracking, but you can use third-party applications to get that information, such as Sleep as Android. So if you guys have any questions, comments about this device or any tech in general, leave them in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the comments. Until you guys see me again, peace.